Hey there, home labbers and engineers. FE Engineer here. So this is going to be a really short video, but you need to get this model. It is unreal how good this model is. And the model that I'm talking about is this Albedo Base XL. If you are able to run Stable Diffusion XL, you need to get this model. I'm going to go ahead and show off about 60 different images that I produced. The majority of these images use the exact same prompt. When I started out, I was using a girl in a forest, and then it turned into a witch, and then it turned into an angel, and then it turned into a dark angel. I did play with the prompt ever so slightly on a few of them, but generally speaking, the prompt remained 95% the same, with only one or two words even changing at all. The sampler remained constant. The steps remained constant through the entire thing. In case anybody cares, the sampler I used was Euler A. I did not use any sort of control net on it. I did not make any other modifications to CFG scale. The only change from one image to the next basically is the style Z tab. I did go through the styles in there, and effectively any style that I thought might produce any sort of reasonably noticeable results, those are the changes. The prompts that it adds, both negative and positive prompting, I left in, I did not touch, I left them exactly as they were, and I will have the base prompt that I used in the video description below. This model literally just had an update drop last night. And I was reading through this model, I had looked at it before, I never actually used it. But I effectively read through it and figured out that what the person was doing was taking a bunch of different models and effectively scaling them, of saying like, how good are they? How good of images do they output? And then they took all of those models and scaled those against each other, and then effectively started merging models and LoRa's together that produced the highest quality images with the fewest, imperfections and problems and stuff like that. And then when they merged all these models, they also weighted the merges for ones that only drew a few characters but drew them unbelievably well every single time would get one type of weight, versus models that were maybe good at drawing a lot of things, but nothing was absolutely great, but everything was good. And so they scaled them against each other when they merged them together. And my assumption is this took quite a bit of time. But the end result that came out of this is an unbelievably good model. It is absolutely fantastic for photorealism, cinematic, people. It does not require any sort of refiner. It does really well with anime, but I will say that certain stylistic types are effectively not going to happen with this model. It's great at realism and even anime, 2D and 3D. It cannot do like paper mache type stuff very well. It effectively adds too much realism. So anything like paper mache type stuff just doesn't really come out correctly. I do not know the person who created this model. I am not affiliated with them, but I will say that this model is frankly so good that if you get value out of it, if you enjoy this model, and if you are in any position to, you may consider donating to this person. I will have a link over to their Civitai page and whatnot. This model is unbelievably good, and I would imagine it took quite a bit of time to build this all out. This model specifically mentions that the best way to prompt it is to use flowing text, and an example of that would be a girl standing in a forest at night holding a guitar in her hand. And it specifically mentions that, comma separated girl, forest, guitar, night does not seem to work as well. However, in general, I didn't have any problems with having it effectively be short, comma separated lists of ideas for the image. It also was reasonably good at picking up heavier weighted prompts. Thank you so much for watching my videos, home labbers and engineers. I create and edit all of these videos on my own, so any likes and subscribes will massively help out the channel and allow me to continue creating content to help people. If you got value out of this, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel to be notified when new content drops. If there's something I've not covered but you would like to see a video on it, please leave a comment down below. And again, a massive thank you to everyone. I hope you have a great day.